Hi, thanks for listening to Wirral Blues Club podcast. Wirral Blues Club is open the first Friday of every month at Thornton Hough Village Club in Thornton Hough in the heart of the Wirral. Doors open at 7 p.m. and the music starts at 7:30. Tickets are available from our website, which is www.wirralblues.club. That's www.wirralblues.club. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the podcast.
I got the blues, guess you know what I mean. Every morning, every night, I turn out the light. I got the blues.
Hello, everybody. Welcome once again. Are we recording this time?
I don't know, Ian.
We did this.
You're the
last time.
technical man.
Well, I can't see a little line going along.
Ah, is that what means we're recording?
I don't know. I might have to. What is going on here?
Would it help
we
if I
are.
burst into
No,
tears?
I think we are recording.
Yeah, good.
Okay, there we go. We are recording.
We are recording.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes,
Well,
another professional start.
Absolutely, and I love that about you, really, Ian. You know, I wouldn't collaborate with anybody but you, a man of your technical skills. Hard to find these days. Yeah.
Well, it's not that difficult to find. It's just anybody.
Is that right?
Yes, anybody's got as much
Okay.
technical skills as me when it comes to recording podcasts.
Ah, right, I see. Okay, well, I just happened to stumble into this house and you were sitting here doing nothing.
Yes.
So, yeah, good idea. So, we've got some great news, haven't we, for tomorrow?
Have we?
I think so.
Oh, enlighten me.
Isn't it the Blues Club tomorrow?
Yes, that's it. The Blues
Wirral
Club.
Blues
Yes.
Club.
Wirral Blues Club once again.
Yes, and who've we got?
Blue Dog Hooch.
Blue Dog Hooch. Where are they from then?
I'm still saying Lancashire.
Lancashire.
Because it is Lancashire.
It is Lancashire.
That's all I know.
That's
all I know.
you know.
That's
Excellent. Well,
Of
somewhere
like
in
where they're from. So obviously, you know,
Yeah.
the in any band, people are from different areas. So somebody could be from Rochdale. Somebody
Yes.
else might be in Barry, or somebody might be in, I don't know, Preston. Who knows?
Yeah, and some of those places are in Lancashire.
Yes.
And some are Greater Manchester these days, aren't they?
Oh, I suppose they are. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, maybe they're from Greater Manchester then.
Perhaps so.
Do you know what? We'll find out.
We will
So,
tomorrow. So are we? How are we doing on the bookings?
Well, the bookings are fine. We're not
Yes.
sold out yet, so
Right.
there are still availability
On the door.
on the door.
On the door.
At the moment on the door, yeah, unless you have a massive rush of tickets today.
Yeah.
But yeah, we still got, I still think we've got, I saw some maybe 20, 30 tickets available.
Yeah,
still.
okay.
So that's all good.
Definitely wiser to book in advance, though.
Absolutely. It's always advisable to
Yeah.
book. But, you know, I would say fairly safe
Yeah.
to be able to come this time. But, you know, for the sake, you know, if you do book online, you're saving yourself, you know, £1 or $1.50 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you're guaranteed to get in.
Yes.
And I say you're probably going to get in anyway at the moment, but that's at the moment.
Yeah. Good.
Um,
Okay, so that's going to be a good evening. Will Ethelred's Bluesmen be playing?
That's the Reds Bluesmen will be playing.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes,
Good,
another
good, good.
selection of our songs.
Super.
We don't know which
Super.
ones they are yet, but
No, I know, but you know.
somebody has made a set list. I'm not sure who, not me, but somebody else has.
Yeah.
So
I bet you it hasn't got Trouble in Mind on it. I'm going to have to request that again sometime.
yes, we haven't played that for a while, have
No,
we?
you
I
haven't,
don't
no.
think it will have it on actually.
No.
But yes, we'll Trouble in Mind. We'll need to go back and play that one once
Yeah,
again.
definitely. I enjoyed that when you did that.
So after Reds Bluesmen were out representing Wirral Blues Club this week on Sunday.
Sunday. And where
Last
was
Sunday,
that? Whereabouts?
we were playing at Hadlow Station.
Actually on the station.
Actually on the station.
Ooh, that's very blues, isn't it, at the station?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, very
Oh,
bluesy.
Yeah.
And it was to do with Friends of Hadlow Station, who
Yes.
are like a community group who. They're a community group and they look after the station, they
Yeah,
paint the
yeah.
station, they look after all the flowers and
Yeah.
the shrubs and whatever.
It's a
needs
lovely
doing.
place, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But loads of people haven't even heard of it. You
No,
know,
no,
people
it's
I talk
amazing.
to, they say, "Where are you talking about?" Because I've
Yeah.
been out riding my old bicycle to there. It's a nice ride.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So on Hadlow Station, there's a cafe there. It's a commercial cafe, but you know it's a
Yeah.
nice little cafe. However, every 2 weeks on a Sunday, The friends of Hadlow Road, they have another cafe there, what they call a pop-up cafe,
Yeah.
and it doesn't sell lots of like cakes and this, that, and the other. It just literally does bacon butties, and it does tea and coffee.
Yeah.
Bacon butty for £3.
That's all
You
right.
know,
Yeah.
coffee and tea's £1.50 or something,
Yeah.
and that's it. And they put tables out, they put lots of tables out, and so that happened. Luckily,
Yes.
it was a lovely sunny
I was
morning.
going to say, because the weather has been awful, hasn't
Yeah.
it, recently, and
Yeah.
particularly around here.
Well, I booked good weather
Oh,
for the
excellent.
event.
Oh, that's
so,
good. Good. Yeah.
And when Wirral Blues Club books good weather, we get good weather. That's just the way it is.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know. Especially as
Yes.
one of your sort of standards you sing is stormy weather.
Yes, that's
You know,
yes, I know. But what you have to do, you
Yeah.
have to go to a crossroads and make a deal with the devil.
Of course you do. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
And
so just
that
you sell
deal
your soul.
presumably says you must never play "Bring Me Sunshine."
yeah. So anyway, it was a good afternoon. We played a full set of music to completely unexpected audience members.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a lot of surprise, and it went really well. And we had a really good feedback. We had one or two people saying, "Oh, they're a bit loud, But it was a Sunday morning, and we probably were a bit loud. But then again, you want to be listening to the blues quietly.
Well, not really. No.
But and people stayed around. There is a video somewhere on Facebook. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll post it on this.
Yeah,
this
you should
blog.
do. You should do. Yeah, for those of us who had to miss it. Sadly.
Yeah.
And so this music event, was this a one-off, or is this a
Was a
regular
one-off.
thing?
Was a one-off.
Oh,
We'll
right.
probably do it again next year.
Yeah, very good.
So because it went down quite nicely, it was really just a publicity event for Wirral Blues Club, really, just to let people. Because there's lots of people who just don't know about it. Because there's lots of people who aren't on the internet, or they might be on the internet, but they might not have the algorithms.
True.
That we put out our adverts, or so if people aren't in that sort of algorithm area, so they might somebody might like, for instance, flowers.
Yeah.
Okay, that might be their big interest.
Yep.
And so they'll probably get lots of things to do with flowers and horticulture or whatever else.
Yes, greenhouse adverts.
Yes,
and so on.
yes.
Yeah.
So our algorithms do really work towards people who like music, so they wouldn't be targeted. So it's trying to get people to come in who normally wouldn't come to a blues club.
Yeah. That's actually a very, very good point, Ian, because when I was at school in the 1960s, blues was a big thing, and all my friends, everybody I knew was into the blues. And mad on it, we used to go to, gigs all over the place, and we used to play it in our darkened rooms and so on and so on and so on. Now when I bump into old school friends, apart from a very small handful, they've all forgotten those days.
Right.
And you say to them, do you know there's a blues club on Wirral now, and it plays the sort of music we used to love, And they say, "Oh, crikey, I haven't thought about that for years and years and years." And they come along.
Yeah.
And they come along, and it rejuvenates them, I think is the word. They go back to their teenage years.
Yes.
They haven't heard that music for so long.
Yeah.
But of course, if they don't know Wirral Blues Clubs existed, it doesn't matter how much time they spend on the internet.
Yeah.
They're not going to say, "Ooh, I wonder if I should type into Google whether there's a blues club in Wirral," because it would never occur to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's about going old school, really.
Yeah.
And we need to publicise it. So that's what we did. We went and publicised it. But we need to do more of that.
Yeah.
For exactly that reason. It's not good enough just to. It really isn't good enough just to put stuff out on Facebook or Instagram or wherever.
Yeah, exactly. You can't assume that everybody gets their information that way.
And who listens? How many people who are, especially the older people, listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they do, but how are they going to find our podcast and everything else, you know?
If they don't know it exists.
Yeah, and this is why we need to go more old school.
Yeah.
We may need to do a live podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Somewhere.
Yes, and say this is a podcast, also available on machines.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Yeah, good
Right,
thinking.
so, as always, we're going to make it shorter than the last one.
Oh, definitely. Each one's got... Do you know, soon they're only going to last a minute because we get shorter every week, don't we?
No,
we don't do. We get longer. You see, do you know why it is, Ian? I was thinking about this the other day. It's because we say, oh, well, we've only got to say this, this, and this. Oh, gosh, that's really short. We've got loads of time, so we ramble on for ages.
Yes.
And then suddenly it comes to the important bit, and we've got no time left.
That's it. And the thing is, because we're having a bit of a chat,
yes.
Yeah, I wonder how many people turn off during our chat.
Oh, a lot, so I would think.
It's their own, it's their
their
own fault,
loss.
isn't it? Their loss.
Huge loss as
Absolutely.
well. Huge loss.
Absolutely.
You know, crikey. I mean, they listen to all sorts of people waffling on about nonsense, don't they?
Yes.
You know, politicians
Yes.
particularly.
Yes.
And they'll listen to them for hours.
Yes.
But us, fonts of wisdom,
Yes.
if I may say so. Yeah?
I'd say we're a bit more interested than politicians.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yes.
We've got a message which
Yes.
is true.
Yes.
Yes. And
Yes.
useful.
There's no lying
Life-giving.
here. No lying.
Oh, no lying at
No.
all. We can't lie, can we?
No.
No.
You know.
Because it's all live.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, recorded.
Well, yeah, recorded. But it was live before we recorded it.
It was live whilst we were recording it.
Yeah, and then you edit it. And then you take all the mistakes out. Add some bits, clever bits. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Pretty
Right.
good, really.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so
what?
let's get on.
Let's get on. Yes.
Any announcements for the Blues Club? I don't think there is.
I don't think so.
I don't think there is.
No, I don't think so. No, I can't think of any.
Okay, so the only announcements I think we have is that the Christmas special.
Oh, yeah.
The Christmas special.
Yeah.
Dr. T-Bone Band.
Exactly. Oh, my goodness. Now, they are good.
Yeah, so
They are really
get don't hang around. Get your tickets
Yeah.
for the Christmas special.
Yeah, that will sell out. There's no question.
And also the Steve Gibbons Band.
Oh, God.
Okay,
yeah.
now that is in late February.
Yep.
Can't remember the date, which I should really have the date on me, but you know, we're doing this a bit off the cuff.
Yeah.
So the thing is, if you want to go and see the Steve Gibbons Band, you need to just go on to We Got Tickets. So.
Exactly.
But because those are flying off the shelf.
They are. Yes. Yep. So there we are. That brings us to this.
It brings us to the artist of the week.
The artist of the week.
Let's play the jingle.
Oh yes.
Featured artist of the week. You like that, don't you?
I love that. I love that. You can't beat a bit of Hammond organ.
Okay, who is the artist of the week?
Well, I'm not going to tell you just yet.
Oh, well, that's...
no, I'm going to explain first of all.
Is there any point? Is there any point? You're not going to tell me who it is?
I'm going to keep you in suspense
all right,
for a
then,
few minutes. Well, you know, this artist I have selected this week is neither dead.
What?
Nor lived a tragic life.
No, well, I don't know what sort of artist is that.
Well,
that
is
is not a blues artist I've ever heard of.
Nor are they alive and in their 90s. Yes, this blues artist is a mere 18 years old.
No, 18?
18, seriously. Yep.
Well,
yep.
how is he becoming one of our blues artists of the week? Only 18? What could he possibly have done?
Well, exactly. Well, I had, I'll be honest, shame. I have to confess, I had never heard of him.
Right.
Until last week, I was listening to a program on Radio 3, which I listen to every week, which is called Jazz Record Requests.
Right.
And anyway, this tune came up that somebody had requested, and it was a guitar instrumental called Hideaway.
Yeah.
And it was really good. It was a fabulous piece of blues guitar, purely instrumental. Excellent it was. Anyway, I thought, wow, that really blew me away. But what blew me away even further away was when the presenter of the program said, and that guitarist is 18 years old this year.
Get away.
I couldn't believe it. Yeah, and his name is Toby Lee.
Toby Lee.
And he comes from Oxford. So there you are. There's a name to look out for.
Toby Lee from Oxford.
That's it.
Is our artist of the week.
Absolutely. This is not a guy of 130 years old living in the Mississippi Delta. No.
Has anything bad happened to him yet?
Nothing bad whatsoever. He looks a very nice, well looked after, happy, mature for his years, intelligent young lad.
He's not been divorced or anything.
Nothing. No. Merely 18. Merely 18. Still at school, as far as I know. Yes. So, well, anyway, so there you are. So I picked him. Oh. And I thought, well, I've done all about all these, people that are long dead and people that are fairly old and people who have had great careers in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s, even into the 70s. But I have not done anyone from the 21st century so far. So I thought I would.
Gee, you know how to live on the edge, you don't you?
Oh, that's the whole thing about the blues, you see. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's me. So, how did he get to be so good at such a young age? Well, I don't know. But he taught himself how to play the guitar by the time he was 8 years old. Yeah. And he became a global sensation. And I mean global sensation because you can do that nowadays with the internet.
This is true.
Don't you?
Yes.
You can do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Became a global sensation after playing guitar at B.B. King's Blues Club in 2015. Yes, all those years ago.
Crikey.
He was only 10 years old and he played at B.B. King's Blues Club. Yeah. He's from Oxfordshire. And amongst other things, so far, he's appeared on television in Little Big Shots and The Ellen Show. He also starred as Zach in the musical School of Rock at the New London Theatre. And that was in 2016 when he was only 11. Right? So there you go. He, of course, it's things like Facebook, YouTube, etc., that have really promoted, his phenomenal career. He has 350 million views on YouTube, and he is so good and so well respected in the world of blues guitar that he's sponsored by Gibson Guitars. So there you go.
Crikey.
And he's 18.
Yeah.
In 2017, I'm talking about, the real start of his career. This is years ago to an 18-year-old, 6 years ago. It's a hell of a long time. But in 2017, he performed the blues with Ronnie Barker Brooks at the Blues Haven Festival in Denmark, and he played with Joe Bonamassa at the Royal Albert Hall.
Is that all? Is that all he's done?
Honestly, that's all he's done. Now, all my guitar heroes of the 60s, well, they were playing at the age of 18, no question, but I don't think they were playing at the Royal Albert Hall. No.
Well, I mean, the thing is, does he know, as a blues man, or a blues boy, who's obviously...
Yeah,
he's 18, so I guess he's a blues man.
Yeah.
Do you know what a terrible life he's going to have? Does he
well,
realise this, how it pans out for blues people?
I know, that's the problem, because he probably hasn't been listening to our podcasts, so he doesn't know that yet. Okay. He doesn't know that yet. Well, Joe Bonamassa has called Toby Lee a future superstar of the blues. And for me, this is a huge cause for celebration, because if we have super talented young bluesmen like Toby Lee, then the future of the blues is secure. And I mean that most sincerely, as a certain other person used to say with a colour in his name. Now, the thing is, it truly is, I sort of sometimes despair. I'm into blues, I'm into jazz. And I go to a lot of events and I look round at the average age of the audience and, hell, I am part of that average age in the audience. Well, actually, I'm probably a youngster. I'm only 70, That's the thing. It's so difficult to attract young people into these musical genres.
Yeah.
And, it's such a delight. And not only have we got someone interested in the blues, we've got someone who is talented and a performer in the blues and so young. So I'm absolutely delighted. You can catch up with Toby Lee, and I recommend listening to his stuff on Facebook and YouTube. or take a listen to his 2 albums, Icons and Aquarius. So that's all from me this week.
Wow.
So there you go.
I mean, that's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as, you're right. As far as bringing younger audiences in for the blues, I mean, it is happening in some respects. Maybe not so much for us in Thornton Huff, because the age just generally in Thornton Huff area anyway is not exactly young.
Yeah, that's the problem of the whole of the middle of Wirral.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Not a problem.
So
not a problem. A delight, I'd call it.
Right. But there's a lot of youngsters coming through. We've got a lot of youngsters playing at the Blues Club this year. When I say youngsters, the
people in the 50s. Yeah.
No, there's people in the 30s.
Yeah, there are.
Maybe 1 or 2 in the 20s. But that's fairly. And then all the festivals. I mean, if you go to some of the blues festivals now, you will see younger people and younger people. There's a lot of middle-aged. To be honest, a lot of middle-aged men. To be honest, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that's probably the main people who.
Well, that's the demographic, isn't it?
Yeah.
For the blues.
Yeah.
But actually, we get a good mixture of men and women at Wirral Blues Club, don't we?
We do, yes.
And quite a few grandchildren, I think, are dragged reluctantly along by grandparents. And you know what? After half an hour or so, you can see it starting to affect them.
Yeah.
And their head is going and their feet is going. Yes.
Yes.
So, it's possible we can indoctrinate enough young people to keep the blues going. Because the thing is, if people, younger and younger people don't start listening to certain musical genres, then they become simply historical stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
That people go and listen to out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder what music was like in the 1930s. Go along and listen to a bit of blues. But you've got to have young people coming into these things. And unfortunately, it's not just music. It seems to be, and this isn't a rant against young people, because that would be totally unfair, I know. But it just seems to me that all sort of activities that don't belong on a screen or a phone seem to, elude young people. And they just don't seem to do stuff where they have to come out of the house or their bedroom and actually engage with other human beings and reality.
This is a problem.
And that makes me a bit sad.
However,
yes.
It's there's that much music out there. There's that much blues on the internet.
Yes.
There
is, including Wirral Blues Club website.
Blues Club. Yeah. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
They will find it that way.
They will.
And
if they're curious enough.
And they will do because there's that many. There's more blues festivals now than ever, or more festivals, I should say. More festivals, because blues works really well in festivals. Be a festival. It doesn't have to be a blues festival, just a general music festival. The smaller festivals like the beer festivals and all that sort of thing. Beer festivals love blues bands for their kind of
absolutely. Exactly. It's got a sort of immediate or almost impromptu feeling about it sometimes that works very well in those situations. I think the other thing is that you get quite a lot of blues-orientated music on modern films as well these days. Yeah. And these soundtracks, a lot of young people, they go and watch this film that's got nothing to do with the blues, but there's a track on there. And they say, oh, I wonder what that is. And of course they go and look it up on the internet and they say, oh, right, and I like that. Who played that? I'll go and listen to what else he played, and so on. Yeah. So, I am actually, although I sound a bit pessimistic about the whole thing, I am actually hopeful. Young people aren't stupid. They're very innovative. It's just that they do things in a different way, I suppose. Yeah. And they understand it better than what we do. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But there you go. Anyway, we're going to have to finish there because time has caught us up, and we're trying to be a little bit No, it's just as long as it always is.
Yeah, what's that, 3.5 hours?
Yeah. No, 25 minutes, 24 minutes at the moment.
Hey,
Yeah.
no, that's probably a record.
Well, we did one at 23 minutes once.
Oh, heck. Sorry about that. Yeah. But there we are. Useful information for all of you out there, no doubt.
Brilliant. So...
Come along tomorrow.
Yeah, come along, get yourself down to Wirral Blues Club, and, bring your friends, tell people about it.
Yeah.
And bring some youngsters.
Maybe
we'll do that. Maybe we'll have a bring your youngsters to the Blues Club.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Under 40-year-olds free. How about that?
It'll never happen. They'll never turn up.
Wonderful.
So, thanks for listening to the podcast.
Yes, thank you.
If you've been here that long, thank you very much, and we'll hope to see you down at Thornton Huff soon. But for now, we're going to go.
Guess you
Yes.
know what I mean.
Cheers.
Every morning, every night, I turn out the light. I got